In a surprise announcement, Pope Benedict XVI says he will resign on February 28, paving the way for the election of a new pontiff. It also opens up the possibility of an Asian pope. Paterno S. Maquel reports.
The See of St. Peter will be vacant. And
it's shocking but also exciting. The resignation of Pope Benedict XVI fuels hope for the first Asian pope. On Twitter, Filipinos cheer for their own bet. Manila Archbishop Luis Antonio Cardinal Tagle. But statistics show Europeans, not Asians like Tagle, will dominate the papal elections called the conclave. Less than a tenth of electors come from Asia, the third fastest growing continent when it comes to Catholic Church members. Most electors come from Europe, making up over half of the whole group. Europe is the only continent that saw a decrease in church membership in 2012. Though he is Indian, Father Michael Ignatius of the East Asian Pastoral Institute wants Tagle to clinch the papacy. He believes time is ripe for an Asian pope.
Now Christianity is fully in Asia now. No more, Christianity is not in Europe, it is in Asia. Okay, for 2000 years the Europeans now have really guided the church. Given a chance, how an Asian would guide the church and see. And above all, Jesus was an Asian, not an European.
Like Father Ignatius, American nun Sister Claire Lentz wants a pope from outside Europe.
A Eurocentric papacy threatens the church because the church has moved on. We are a global church.
Sister Lentz also wants Tagle to lead the Catholic Church, saying she admires his willingness to listen.
I love Father Tagle. He is so simple. And he's going to all of those universities and he's having open meetings with the students and with Muslims, with everybody that wants to come. And he asks them, what do you think? What a different way to approach the people of God. What do you think? Not saying, this is what the church believes. He listens. He's a listening.
Tagle doesn't address calls for him to become pope. In a message Tuesday, he says he is sad Benedict XVI resigned. But he adds, sadness gives way to admiration for the Holy Father's humility, honesty, courage, and sincerity. In March, Tagle's largely European group will meet in Rome to elect the next pope. Does a pope's nationality even matter? Well, culture shapes any leader. And the place that raised him, the people he met, and the problems he encountered will certainly influence the Catholic Church. Paterno S. Maquel, Rappler, Manila.
North Korea confirms it conducted a nuclear test Tuesday, with international monitoring agencies reporting a seismic event near Pyongyang's nuclear test site. The U.S. Geological Survey detects a tremor of magnitude 5.1 with the epicenter in Kilju County, site of North Korea's Pyongyang test site. North Korea's state-run Korean Central News Agency says the test used a smaller but more powerful bomb. It adds the test is part of, quote, practical measures of counteraction to defend the country in the face of the ferocious hostile act of the U.S. Pyongyang has been threatening a higher-level nuclear test for weeks, despite warnings of severe repercussions from the UN Security Council. The Security Council meets Tuesday for emergency consultations on North Korea's suspected nuclear weapons test. Well, let's now look at Rappler's Wrap for today, a list of the 10 most important events around the world you shouldn't miss. At number 7, Australian crocodile Cassius reclaims his crown as the world's biggest crocodile in captivity after his rival for the title died. The 5.48-meter crocodile held the record until Lolong was caught in the Philippines 17 months ago. The 6.17-meter crocodile died from a mystery illness on Sunday. A crocodile wrangler at Marineland, Melanesia, says the Guinness Book of World Records contacted them as soon as the Philippine crocodile died. At number 8, Twitter increases the price tag of its sponsored trend service. The Wall Street Journal says what started out as an $80,000 a day ad scheme in 2010 is now raised to $200,000 a day. Twitter says the promoted trend advertising system allows Twitter users to see, quote, time, context, and event-sensitive trends promoted by their ad partners. These paid promoted trends appear at the top of the trending topics list on Twitter and are clearly marked as promoted. And at number 9, the United States launches its latest Earth observation satellite February 11th, enhancing an array of orbiting eyes that help with every form of climate change study from urban planning. The satellite is launched atop an Atlas rocket fired from Vandenberg Air Force Base in California. The Landsat Data Continuity Mission is the latest in a line of satellites used to gather imagery from space of the Earth. For the full top 10, visit Rappler.com's The Wrap. Well, here we go with Ayi Macaraig. She is in Cebu with opposition United Nationalist Alliance launches its 2013 campaign in Plaza Independencia. Ayi Macaraig, are you there?
Hello, Maria.
Yes, Ayi. There you go. Tell us what's going on in Cebu right now.
Sunod sa semana, inaugural na ang building para rin sa mga kabataan o kako na media visual para sa ato mga kabataan.
Well, we seem to be having problems speaking with Ayi. Can you hear me? Well, what we're seeing now is the launch of the 2013 campaign in Plaza Independencia. Opposition UNA, the United Nationalist Alliance, is in Cebu. It chooses to launch its national campaign there for both the senatorial slate and its party list, partly because of Cebu's 2.5 million voters. We started today with a slate of activities in Cebu. Ayi Macaraig has been there and she's live from Cebu. Ayi, can you hear me? Today we've had 33 national candidates for the Senate looking to fill 12 posts. There are also 123 party list groups that are actually all trying to fill just 58 seats. Not bad proportions. This is the national campaign. Today, February 12, is the launch of the national campaign. We saw here in Manila that we actually have the launch of Team Pinoy in Plaza Miranda. Now we're in Cebu with Ayi Macaraig, and I think she's here with us now. Let's listen to Ayi. Ayi, what do you have for us?
Hello, Maria. The show is still on here at the Plaza Independencia in Cebu City. Currently speaking now is UNA senatorial bet, resigned Senator Juan Miguel Zubiri. Well, it's been a night of both politics and show business here at the proclamation rally of the opposition United Nationalist Alliance. The opening salvo came from UNA founder, Vice President Wedumar Binay. Binay calls UNA the new and responsible opposition. He tells a crowd of 35,000 Cebuanos that the administration's programs and reforms are not enough. He says only businessmen and rich people benefit from these, and these are not felt by the masses. He says UNA, on the other hand, focuses on the masses and its populist stance and has solutions to problems like hunger, poverty, and the lack of jobs. Binay also touches on local issues, aiming to gather support for embattled and suspended Cebu Governor Gwen Garcia. He cites the harassment case, he said, of Garcia, who was suspended by the Office of the President last December. Senate President Juan Ponce Enrile also followed up with his own speech, criticizing the administration for passing the reproductive health and syntax reform laws. Enrile says if the LP wins, the Senate will lose its independence, and he says he is ready to give up his life to protect the independence of the Senate. Of course, we also heard from UNA senatorial candidates. We had former Governor Tingting Huangpo, Nancy Binay, Congressman J.V. Ejercito Estrada, representatives of Grace Polia Manzares, who was in the LP rally, former Senator Ernesto Maceda, the father of Senator Lauren Legarda, former Senator Dick Gordon, re-electionist Senator Ringo Nasan, Jack Enrile, Congressman Mitos Magsaysay, and SS said, resigned Senator Juan Miguel Zubiri. Now, there was no representative from Senator Cheese Escudero. That's why his posters and banners are noticeably absent here. Basically, the pitch of the UNA's top leaders and its candidates is that the Senate needs fiscalizers. They need to have checks and balances. Therefore, voters must go for the opposition and not just vote for the supporters and allies of President Benigno Aquino III. So a lot of sidelights here, as I said, it's a night not just of politics but also showbiz. We've had entertainers like even Chuck Usip emceeing the earlier part of the program here. The Gutierrez family was also here. Of course, you know that Annabel Rama is running for Congresswoman of the North District of Cebu, and her family, the Rama family, is allied with UNA as well. So a lot of politics, a lot of show business as well. It's like a fiesta, it's like a variety show here. But of course, it's really up to the voters, not just of Cebu, but also the entire Philippines, if they will go with the pitch of UNA. Maria?
Well, thank you. That's Ayi Makaraig reporting live from Cebu, where the United Nationalist Alliance Party continues. The closing speech will be given by former President Joseph Estrada. We'll wait to hear back from Ayi. Every story on Rappler has a mood meter which gives you 8 emotions to choose from. You click on how you feel and your vote comes down to the mood navigator in the middle of the front page, which crowdsources the mood of the day. It also gives you the top 10 stories that have gotten the most hits, the most clicks on the mood meter. If you take a look today's mood navigator, you see the top 3 stories that are inspired all have to do with the resignation of the Pope. Take a look, Tagle joins 10 Asians to choose Pope. That's 75% inspired, 11% happy. How a Pope is chosen, 45% inspired, 34% annoyed. And the story that's gotten the most votes, that's the Pope to resign. Actually, this happened less than 24 hours ago. Pope to resign February 28th, says spokesman. 41% inspired. That contributes to the mood of the day. Today, most people are inspired. Well, that's Rappler's Newscast for today, Tuesday, February 12, 2013. Visit Rappler.com and watch the newscast Monday to Friday. Remember, vote on the mood meter and help us crowdsource the mood of the day for the Mood Navigator. Today is the first day of the national campaigns. Let's keep watch over the next 3 months. Use the hashtag PHVote and let's push greater, better 2013 midterm elections. I'm Maria Ressa. Remember, tomorrow begins today.